Bienvenidos. I am Jessica.
And I'm Martha.
And it's been a while, guys.
Yeah. Let's see, since April?
When was our last video? Was it April?
I think it was April.
Okay.
And the reason why we took a break for the summer is because I had a baby. There's no more baby in the videos with us anymore.
Everyone tell Martha congrats.
Right, yeah. So the baby is now 4 months. So it's been like 5 months, I guess.
Yeah.
How was your break?
It felt hectic still a little bit. I just was renovating my house. We finished painting it, by the way. Finally.
Even all the details?
Yes.
Okay,
we hired someone. We were like, my time is important.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you realized that.
Yes. So I guess it was like a lot of staying busy. Oh, we did our presentation.
Oh yeah, that little thing. Which thanks everybody for all your comments and support.
Yeah.
We finally did it.
Yes, I know you presented before, but that was my first time presenting. I was nervous, but it was a really great experience.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good feedback. We got to, at least for me, I felt a lot closer to our demographic, to like why we do this channel. I got to learn a lot.
Yeah, it was really nice seeing just how many people related.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah, and even if they were not first gens themselves, maybe their parents were first gens.
Right, that's right.
Or family members. I'm like, oh, my son-in-law is a first gen, so now we get to talk about things now.
My husband, my mom, we heard a lot of stories in the presentation.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to do that during the summer, during our break, and then now we're back. And I know you got inspired by a topic that was a little bit heavy because of the movie.
Oh yes. So Ends With Us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the books are very popular. I never read them, but it was a thing. Like everyone was talking about them, and then my best friend was like, "Oh, let's go watch it." And so I was like, "Okay." I think she's read the book, but it was a story about domestic abuse.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. I think a good message. Cycle breaking. It Ends With Us. The press was just getting like really bad rep.
How it was represented, or?
I think how the interviews were going.
Okay.
So Blake Lively, the main character, they would ask her questions about domestic abuse, and she would dodge them.
Okay.
And she wouldn't answer, or her answers were often very, it's kind of lighting it up, I guess, the mood. And so whenever they would interview her, like on the red carpets, so her character is a florist, and her name is Lily Bloom.
Okay.
And so her outfits were very like florals and very bright. So she would kind of say like, "Oh, wear your florals, take your girls, watch this movie." Almost tone deaf a little bit.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a rom-com. It wasn't a cute girl movie. It was a movie about domestic abuse.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't really kind of say that message in her interviews.
I didn't see the movie, and I don't know how it ended, but is it because, I'm assuming from the title of like It Ends With Us, was it a happy ending? Is that where they were going with that?
Maybe. So she does leave the abusive partner. She asks for a divorce. But it's also a love story. It's like she has a love story with her high school sweetheart, and he was present in the movie, and there was like, I think, like this emotional attachment. Like he was the good guy that kind of got away. And so a lot of what people say in the movie is like, So Atlas is the good guy, and I think Ryle is the abuser. So a lot of people would say, like on social media, oh, I found my Atlas, or I left my Ryle for my Atlas, or my mom chose a Ryle, and so I important for Mina to choose a Ryle. So it was like really, really big. And so they kind of end up trying to make it work. Atlas comes, and then they show them kind of maybe reconnecting in that way, because now she's divorced, and so they're able to. So it is a good, happy ending. But I think a lot of the messaging wasn't, is this a domestic abuse? While Ryle, who is Justin, have you ever watched Jake the Virgin?
Yeah,
okay. What's his name? The one she marries, Ralph?
Raphael? Really?
Yes.
He's in it? Okay, well then I'll definitely go watch it. But is he the bad guy?
He's the bad guy. And he directed the movie. There's actually like a lot of drama in that. Yeah, so he's
so hot. Hopefully my husband's not watching
I
this.
think he did a good job. But his interviews were like women advocating domestic abuse. But
so his purpose was for that message. Got it.
He's kind of doing interviews by himself, but he is talking about domestic abuse and that awareness, while the remaining of the cast wasn't really doing that. So it received a lot of backlash, and then it did get me to think. I was like, well, I wonder how much exposure this is getting. It's such a heavy topic, so then I was maybe thinking, because part of the defending argument for her is she's not a therapist, she's an actress, like an actor. This is not her job, right?
Yeah, and if it's not her passion or her calling, she's not going to be as gung-ho about talking about the actual issue versus just like promoting a movie.
Yeah, so I think I could empathize in the fact that it is hard to talk about, because even with us, we were like, oh, do we do this video, do we not? But then it left me, okay, well, if she's not gonna do it right for whatever reason, it does need to be said, like it does need to be talked about. So I
mean, in our business, like in our calling or career, we're going to be talking about really heavy, uncomfortable situations, and we're comfortable talking about that stuff, right? But I think it is when you put a public that maybe is not in the therapy field, that it's not in advocacy, then it is going to be uncomfortable, but it's so important to talk about, especially like in the Latino community for us.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm sure everyone, but there's I've sent you text messages like, why? Why is this happening? So I'm glad we're taking the time, and it's needed. But we wanted to tell you guys, because it's our first video back, and we're gonna come in guns a-blazing
I know
with an important topic. But we don't shy away from suicide. We don't shy away from other heavy topics. So
they're just really important to talk about, right? Because you also don't want to give the impression of, even in sessions, of, oh, that's too heavy, please don't talk about it.
Yeah, and if you're not creating that safe space, then where else is it going to be that people can feel comfortable enough to talk about it? Get the help.
And I did make a poll like on our page just to ask, engage, but surprisingly no one said no.
Oh, good.
No one said no.
So welcome back. I hope you enjoy our next video, which is going to be talking about domestic violence and, as usual, how it impacts our Latino community.
Yes, and thank you for your support and staying with us. We appreciate you.